Let's get this game going. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
It's an option look. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To throw, it's Jennings. Escapes the sack. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And he's looking to make a big play downfield. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So now here comes a crucial call on 4th and goal. Coach told us Kirk, field goals aren't going to win this game. It's an aggressive move.
Well, they've got the opportunity here to come up with a touchdown if they go for it, but already 3 tries from inside the 10-yard line and nothing. Maybe you considered kicking a field goal and at least getting the 3 points.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. Field goal try, no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
On 1st down, it's play action. He lets it go on the move. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
And they'll set up 1st and goal.
1st down and goal now. Can they punch it in? They're going to run it here. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Hands off to the fullback. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation, and 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. You know, make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas. Returner runs out of bounds.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Kentucky 7, Texas 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
On the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. They'll try to run this one in. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They break the huddle for 3rd and goal now. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd this drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And that one's straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Texas.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 21, that's good work by the coverage team.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
3rd down coming.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. This one falls incomplete, but it looked like the defense jumped off sides.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. He did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. And we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Stopped short the marker after just a short gain.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on 3rd down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line, they get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the handoff. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. He'll hand it off. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Penalty gives the offensive coordinator a little bit more room to work with now. That penalty sets up the offense with a 1st and goal. He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Hit just as he throws the ball, and he's got it. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
He'll try a pass here. Sideline route, he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Back to pass. It's Jennings. Throws it to the right. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Try to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. That's a nice catch along the sideline, but it gains nothing. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Back to pass. It's Jennings. Ball away quickly, but nobody in the area, and the official's going to call intentional grounding here. Looks like the final play of the half coming up.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make some.
Down at the
Good coverage there. First down here for this offense. We get the second half started with the running play. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Hand off to the single back. Fights off a defender. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The game makes it second and medium. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football, because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
Now it's third and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a fourth down play.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Quarterback drops back. Finds his man, has the first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road. Why not take a chance? Go for it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The pocket breaking down. And the freshman making an impact play there.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 11 after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head for kicker.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Ball handed off. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field, it's DeMarco. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun running play call. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Close to the tight end. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of light from this offense.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
They tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 14, Texas 3.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The offense still looking for their 1st touchdown of this game. Line up on 3rd and goal now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. That's an important score. We've got 1 possession game now, Kurt. It's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Back to throw. It's DeMarco. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And this is caught. Could be an important two-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Texas.
Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he's brought down at the 12. That's a poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, I can understand the play call here. Backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. But you got to be careful of being too conservative. Because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they are selling out against this run game.
The play call here on second down for this offense. We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. In the clear at the 25. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Gain makes it second and medium. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, I love to see this late in a game like this with the lead. Get aggressive, go for it here on third down through the air. Quarterback delivers to his receiver, comes down with a nice completion and a first down, and they keep that clock moving.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up fourth down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
Rolling the dice a bit, up one possession and going for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going to take off here. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Airing this one out toward the sideline. He's got it right near the end zone. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Take over. 1st and 10.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Hit as he released it. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab, And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Try and muscle for the first down. It looks like Kentucky will have the first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
And then first down right back to the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback with the game on the line. He finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
BAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Texas.
We'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with a big touchdown pass. Can the defense make? Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Texas. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all you got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
BHC up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here, and hope their defense can make a stop in this final drive. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Kentucky offense will take over. First and 10.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Now the crucial PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Now they get set to kick it away.
Texas. 25. Texas.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Offense takes the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Do they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. So the head coach will accept the penalty, and the offense will move back a little bit. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back. It's DeMarco. It's a quick grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Hit 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And the timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's dropped. A chance to win it on the last play, but a heartbreaking way to lose it. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.